Hey there, it's me. I know I look like I belong in the backwoods of Alaska right now, but I've told you in a couple videos ago, I always tend to grow out a beard come deer season, and I got me a really nice deer this year, so I'm going to keep growing it until deer season's over. But I got a lot to share with you guys. It's been a while, and I'm glad to be back.
On December 9th, 2024, I made a massive change in my life. I've been overweight and unhealthy for the last 40 years. I'm Nate, and this is my journey on how I'm getting my health back.
Hey there, everyone. It's been like I don't know, like a week since I saw you last, or 6 weeks, something like that. I do apologize for not making a video much sooner. This has been a very crazy season for us. My wife was sick for a long time. I got sick for a little bit. Our kids are very active in school and sports. And there was just, I know that's a lot of excuses, but I just, I do these videos for fun and to share my carnivore experiences with you. They are not my priority in life. My family is, and just had to put family first for the last month and a half. But you guys are very important to me. These videos are very important to me. So it's time for an update, and it's been a year. So let's talk about it. So in this video, I kind of want to cover some tips for you if you're just going to start carnivore, like tips throughout my first year, benefits throughout the first year, and what did I learn. I was going to title this video I ate nothing but meat for a year, but that would be a lie. And I don't want to base this channel on lies, because I could say for the first 6 months I ate nothing but meat, but the last 6 months I kind of hit like a mental goal over the end of the summer. And since that time till now, I started adding in some carbs back into my weekly routine. So I kind of eat really good during the weekdays, and on the weekends I kind of do what I want. And I've really been able to maintain the weight that I got to at the very beginning of August. I shouldn't really say I do what I want. I'm still very conscious of what I eat, even on the weekends, which has helped me maintain. So if you're new here, my name is Nate. I started the carnivore diet December 9th of 2024. Gosh, it's almost 2026. It's crazy. So I'm a little over a year now. I meant to make this video 2 weeks ago. Again, just things got kind of crazy. So when I started this diet, I started at 263. Now my very first video on it was after the new year. So it hasn't been quite a year since my very first video coming out. But since I started eating a carnivore lifestyle, it's been just over a year now. So I started at 263. The lowest I got to that I really recorded in a video was 198. That was at the end of July, beginning of August. Since then, I've gone as low as 197 up to 205, in that range. Right now, I'm right around 200. I weighed 2 days ago and I was 200.4 ounces, something like that. I am extremely thrilled with being able to maintain that. So my original goal when I started, and that's going to be one of my tips, is to talk about a goal. My original goal was 220. That was a number in my head that I always wanted to hit, because at my peak weight, I was at 340 pounds. Now, that was about 20 years ago. And since then, I've lowered my weight just a little bit. Every 5 to 10 years, I'd go a little bit lower. And then I discovered carnivore when I was in my 260s, and then I've just stuck with it ever since. Let's cover some tips if you're just starting the carnivore diet. I'm going to go through my personal experiences here, what helped me, and what you can expect in the beginning. So one of my number one questions I always get on the channel is, what will I lose in the beginning? How quickly did you lose your weight? For everybody, it's going to be different for everybody. If you're a larger person, you're probably going to lose more weight in the beginning. If you don't have that much to lose, you're probably going to lose less. So everybody will be different. Men and women will probably be different also. For me personally, I lost, for the first 3 months, I lost an average of 3 pounds a week for the first 3 months. Then it slowed down from there. Now, for me, I was able to reach my mental goal of where I really wanted to be by the end of July. And that's kind of when I started incorporating a few other items back into my diet. And since then, I've maintained. But when the first 6 months that I was really trying to get my goal, I didn't cheat. You can look back on my videos. I think I had one cheat day in 6 months. And I remember the video, I had a piece of cake at somebody's wedding, and I made a video based on it. I felt terrible, and you guys are like, people make mistakes. Yes, Get back on the train. If you fall off, it's okay. The first 30, another tip, the first 30 days, do not cheat. To everybody who's getting started, and so many of my friends have started eating this way afterwards, and I keep telling them the first 30 days, and after 30 days, they come back and say, I've lost 15, I've lost 20 pounds, I lost 25 pounds in 30 days. If you stick to it and don't cheat, you will lose a dramatic amount of weight, guaranteed. Another very important tip, and another question I got a lot: what was I drinking? Water. Drink, especially for your beginning first few weeks, 30 days. Water, water, water. Don't add anything else. If you are addicted to coffee, you could drink your coffee, but I would recommend cutting back on all the cream and sugar. Um, um, I am not addicted to coffee. I could take it or leave it. The one thing I liked was green tea in the morning sometimes, and I would have one packet of Splenda. That was like my cheat, but I had to have it. I didn't have any creamer, nothing like that. So water, water, water. I did incorporate some other kind of drinks, like Crystal Light type drinks as I went on, but not that much in the beginning. Just a ton of water is the best thing for you. If you feel like you're not losing a bunch of weight throughout a week, or you're having a couple weeks, you're like, I really feel like I ate really good, try cutting out breakfast. If I had a week where I just felt like I was kind of dragging, wasn't losing a whole lot, and I wanted to jumpstart something else, cut out breakfast. Then I would just go to lunch and dinner. I would try to make those meals within 6 hours of each other, and I wouldn't eat again until lunch the next day. So basically, I would fast breakfast for a week, and it would really jumpstart my system, and I was able to drop that extra weight the next week following. Let's talk about the benefits. So the biggest benefits I noticed in the first 6 months, and I still have these benefits. One changes a little bit based on how I'm eating, and we'll talk about that. So the biggest benefits I noticed over the first 6 months of strictly eating carnivore: better digestion. My intestines never hurt, never had gas pains. It was like a whole new world. It was really awesome. And so many people comment on the same subject and tell me the exact same things. It just changes your bowels. It changes. I never have that. I always call it bubble gut. I never have that feeling of bloatedness, little to no gas at all. And my bathroom experiences were much better than when I was eating carbs on a regular basis. One big thing for me was headaches. I used to have headaches all the time. A lot of it was probably from blood pressure, which completely changed and improved eating this way. I don't have headaches anymore. Therefore, I stopped taking ibuprofen. I used to pop ibuprofen like every 2 days because of headaches. Zero. That all stopped. No more pills. Way less inflammation and way less joint pain. Now, that's the one thing I was going to talk about. On a weekend where I've had some carbs that weekend, I will notice come Monday, I feel like I have a bad back, and my back can get inflamed very easily. Based on what I'm eating, I feel that inflammation after 2 days of eating carbs or eating something I really shouldn't have. So, but when I'm eating a very strict clean carnivore, inflammation is gone from a 90% down to a 10. It's incredible. A couple other very important benefits to me: better sleep. I slept really good the first 6 months that I did a strict carnivore. Um, Clothes are such a huge benefit. I think at my max, I was wearing a 3X. Now I'm an extra large. Um, well, I don't want to say max, because at my max, my peak weight was a 4X. A 4X. I can't remember if I was a 5X or not when I was 340. I was for sure a 4X at one time, and my jeans well into the 40s. I'm actually a 32 now. I wear my jeans below my gut line, which some people wear it above. I've always worn it below, but I'm down to a 32 in the waist now, and it's really, I wear the same size pants my two of my boys do, so it's kind of weird. But clothes, it's a huge benefit to be able to go to a store and find just, you can shop whenever you want to. When you go to like a Walmart, we shop at Walmart a lot because it's cheaper clothes. I can find a extra large way easier than a 3X sometimes. So to me, that is a huge benefit when your wardrobe changes. Let's start to wrap this video up. What did I learn? The number one thing I learned is how much we let food control us. Food is so addicting, and I know many of you struggle with the same things I still struggle with, that I struggled my entire adult life. Food is addicting, and they design food that we want to keep eating that junk. You have to win that battle mentally. It's a huge mental game. But I've learned you have to, whether it's um, talking to Jesus about it if you're religious, whether it's talking to a best friend about it to get support, talking to family, do whatever it takes. Talk to whoever you need to talk to help you get to the right mindset that you need to do this to improve your health. The food is so addicting, but you can overcome it and you can mentally make that change and say, I need to eat better. And in my opinion, carnivore is the way to do it. I mean, it worked for me. Might not work for everybody. I don't know. I'm not a vegetable lover, but I am a meat lover, so this thing really worked out good for me. Another big thing I've learned how to maintain. This is the first time in my life. I've tried a lot of low carb diets. I would lose 50 pounds, I'd put it right back on. I'd lose 40 pounds, put 20 back on. This is the first way of eating where I have learned how to maintain. I can have a really good week, then have a horrible week and go, I know exactly how to lose those 3 pounds. And the next week I can drop those 3 pounds again. Eating this way has allowed me to figure out how to not let it get out of control and put the weight back on, because it's been a year and I lost all of my weight in 6 months and I have maintained the last 6 months. In my past, that is crazy. I would have never done that. I probably would have put 40 pounds back on by now, if I'm being honest. Let's end this video here. I have really good news. The good news is Nadia, my beautiful wife, has finally agreed. She has agreed. We shook hands, or pinkies. We really didn't, but I asked her again yesterday. I'm like, are you going to do this? She says yes. She is going to commit to 30 days on carnivore. And during those 30 days, I'm going to be solid. I'm not going to cheat on the weekends. I'm going to go old school. I'm going to eat clean for 30 days with her. And we're going to track it together. We're going to video it together. And we're going to share her results on what I think she could really lose a good amount in 30 days. So look for that after the new year. Again, I'm so sorry for being absent for the last 5-6 weeks. It's just been crazy. I've missed y'all. It feels good to make another video and coming back. And look for more videos in the near future. Have a Merry Christmas. Have a wonderful New Year. And God bless you guys. And thank you again for watching.